What's up, YouTube? Today we got a Peter car in the shop. We got a little oil leakage. We're gonna show you how to fix it. Cause you know we don't like them trucks with them incontinence problems. Take a look.
You on out there? All right, let's get this thing moving.
What's going on, guys? Like I mentioned before, we got a truck that's got an oil leak. A driver called me and said that it was a pretty substantial leak. So we got it in here in the shop and got to looking around and we diagnosed the problem. Like I said, we don't want no incontinence issues, so boop, here we go. All right, guys, if you'll look right back here, try to get my camera on it good for you. You can see, well, that right there is the oil pressure sending unit, and you can see where she's pouring oil out of. So anyhow, as you can see, it looks like it's gonna be fun to get to, and we're gonna show you how to do it. So you guys take a look. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and there she be right there. Now, we may not have the proper tool or do it the proper way to unplug this bad boy, but we're gonna show you the way we know how it works anyhow. It may not be the M.H. school of hard knocks and high dollar plug removal. This is how we're gonna do it.
All right, folks, what you gotta do is there's a little lock ring on this plug right here. You've got to turn that lock ring about a quarter of a turn back to the left, and it slides off as you turn it. And usually what I'll do is it's got these little teeth right here on the side of it. I'll take this screwdriver and kind of twist that lock ring down a little bit. There we go. And she's loose. And then you just pull it off. If you'll look here, those are the teeth I was talking about. And this collar turns, like I said, about a quarter of a turn back to the left, and it unplugs it.
And you let that thing just dangle down there out of the way. And then you go over here to your bucket. And you get you one of these here 1 1/16 cicadas. And you stick it on your ratchet, and then you pull that bad heifer out of there. And that's what we're fixing to do right here. Seemed like it was a little loose, didn't it?
It didn't take much to get it broke loose, but if it's got an O-ring on it, I still want to pull it out and look at it and make sure the O-ring's not damaged, dry rotted.
What we're gonna do here, guys, we're gonna get this thing out of here and we're gonna look at it. Because we actually had this thing replaced at the MHC about a year ago. As you can see, we got her out here now. You can see that O-ring. Now they may not have tightened this joker up good down there because they've been known to screw up a time or two. So
Where's this?
MHC.
That's a dealership, right?
Yeah.
Surely not. Dealerships don't make mistakes.
They don't, but they do.
Oh.
I got proof of that, guys. Anyway, you see the O-ring. So what we're gonna try to do before we get much further depth in this thing, because we know it works, because the oil pressure gauge is doing like she should. We're gonna try to replace that O-ring and tighten her back up again, clean that bad hole off with brake fluid. Oh, I'm sorry, brake fluid. Brake cleaner.
This Monday, we'll let you slide.
Brake cleaner. I ain't even had no coffee.
Man, we know you had a long weekend.
A long weekend. You seen the booty britches, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see what I've been doing all weekend. Anyway, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna put a new O-ring on this thing, or as we call it, little rubbers around here, and
I know nothing about them.
we're gonna stick her back in there and see if that fixed it. Y'all hang tight a minute. Let us get a mess cleaned up. All right, you can see she's not leaking around where the plastic goes through the metal, so more than likely 100% it's definitely gonna be the O-ring. So If you guys watch my ISX video on the same exact thing, you'll see that it was leaking around where the plastic goes into the metal part. But this one's good and tight. She's not leaking there, so that's definitely gonna be the culprit. All right, we got the new O-ring put in there. As you can see, we got a little O-ring kit. Found one that'll fit. We're gonna put a little grease on that bad boy, and we're gonna stick it back in there, clean off all the old oil, see if it works.
All right, we're gonna put a little bit of this O-ring lube on this O-ring. Smear it all around there so that way it doesn't go on dry, and pull the O-ring loose. Nobody likes it dry. I sure don't anyway.
Nobody likes it dry. Get that thing up there somehow. Guys, you want to be careful when you're putting that in there. Don't rely on that plastic part on the outside. That part right there, you twist it and you break it loose from the brass. So just get it in there kind of snug, and then put your socket and rachicata back on that bad boy.
You must ate too much Mexican this weekend.
I'm not Mexican now. Love me some Mexican.
This being brass, you don't want to put too much torque on it. You'll end up snapping it in two, and then you got to find an easy out to get that piece out of the block.
Easy outs ain't easy though. I think that's false advertising.
About a jacked up name, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. I should call them hard to get out. All right. We got her up in there. As you can, of course, you can still see we got our old oily mess we got to clean up. Bill's going to show you how we can get her plugged back up, and then we're gonna clean her off, fire up the truck, and make sure I ain't got no leaks. Gotta get that thing just right. It's 4 pins in there. Takes a little finessing. Once she snaps in, you twist your lock ring, get her back down, and that'll be it. I'm gonna go get some brake clean. He's got her locked back in there. You see he tugged on her to make sure it's working right. I'm gonna get some brake clean. We'll clean this thing off for you guys and let you see what happens. Oh, it looks so much more better. All right, guys, we're gonna give this a minute to air dry. We're gonna fire this bad beast up and see if it's still got an incontinence problem. If it does, we're probably gonna have to replace it, but I got one of them sneaky suspicions that be the problem. All right, guys, we've had about 30 minutes of running on our engine, and we're gonna take a look and see if we get it fixed. As you can see, she is dry, clean, leak-free. So we fixed her incontinence problem on our Paccar. One of the points I want to make is prior to cranking the truck, of course, after the last little video segment you guys seen, we did check the one that was a gallon low, so it had a substantial leak on it. Like I said, we've run it for about 30 minutes and she's up to operating temperature, no leak, so I feel like we've sufficiently fixed the problem. This is a prime example. Like if you'd have took this truck to a dealership, you're gonna pay about $120 an hour labor, and they're probably gonna charge you at least an hour, you know, diagnosis time, and then probably another hour to replace it. The parts probably $100 if I had to guess. So we fixed it with a 50-cent O-ring, but more than likely at a dealer you'd have bought a whole new part. So if you guys can, always try to look at your parts prior to replacing them, because a lot of times you can actually fix it. This cost us a whole 50 cents and a gallon of oil, so we ain't fussing. Anyway guys, if you like the video, hit that thumbs up button and hit that down there at the bottom to subscribe. We'll try to keep doing some more. You guys have a great week, and we'll catch you next time. Have a good one.